And greetings, my dear brothers and sisters, and I want to let you know that when we speak of brothers and sisters, we are not speaking of race, creed, or color, because in this new energy that's coming on the planet today, we must reclassify and requalify ourselves. And we must do away with this race group consciousness and begin to understand the power of the new brotherhood. And the new brotherhood is grounded in truth. It's grounded in a new dimension of consciousness that understands the power of this new energy that's entering into the atmosphere of the planet today. This is the Institute for Evolutionary Mind Control, to be able to move into a new shadow of understanding of life. And we're here today to bring forth and usher in this new energy of Aquarius. And we are here, brothers and sisters, to bring to you a new dimension of understanding so that we can begin to build new communities and establish a new thought on the planet so that we can begin to help Mother Earth to be able to evolve and grow. And we're only speaking to those who understand the power of having an initiated consciousness to be able to receive this new energy and to be able to develop a new philosophy of life, because the old world is fading away fast. And it's time now to enter into this kingdom of perfect joy, perfect love, and perfect harmony. And we want you to understand that we are creating a new community of thought so that we can bring forth a new understanding of the nature of our soul, so that we can begin to understand the power of how do we create the process to transmute our consciousness into a higher realm of reality. Yes, I'm speaking to you. And if you pass by this knowledge of understanding and don't give it any deep consideration, I must tell you, my friend, that you're missing out. And if you're not careful, you will miss this new energy. And it takes 25,960 years to reach this new state again, this new level of awareness and consciousness. And we just entered the age of Aquarius in 1863. And now this energy is rising, and you see the rising tide of this energy over the whole planet. Everything is changing. There's new species that's being reincarnated on the planet today. You begin to see the old is fading away, and the new generation is bringing forth that new dimension of consciousness. And that's what we want to talk to you about today, is how do you develop new consciousness. If you notice the background there on the board, we talks about creating a new political, economic, and culture community grounded in truth, grounded in the development of man, grounded in man's evolution, grounded in understanding the meaning and existence of life. And that is why, my friends, that we are here today. We are starting a new series that will bring forth a new understanding of truth so that you may understand yourself and that you may learn how to relax your mind and enter into that new kingdom of understanding where you can be free from the control of the mastermind illusion maker that's constantly preventing you with false illusions to keep you under the domination and control so that you may be used like a slave puppet to carry out their wishes. And anyone who have the knowledge of this master illusion maker and come to free you, I must tell you, my friend, that your life may be in danger, because the master illusion maker doesn't want you to be free. He wants you to stay bound. And this is the mission of the Institute for Mental Evolution. And you will find that there will be other brothers and sisters that will be presenting a certain range of knowledge that you may be able to comprehend your new existence, so that you may be able to live in a world of pure thought and enter into the kingdom where you will learn how to transmute your consciousness into a higher transformation of understanding, and how to relax your mind and feel and be that receptivity and be that creativity, and to be able to express your true birthright. And I don't know, my friend, if you understand your true birthright, but your true birthright, my friend, is that now you can be a co-creator with that divine essence that created life itself. And you can move into a new understanding of unification and harmonization, and begin to enter the journey where you will begin to promote your own self-evolution and grow into a new trend where you make contact with that divine presence and experience the divine energy, which is a higher state of frequency. And this higher state of frequency will awaken your soul source beingness, and it will create, my friends, a desire, a strong, strong desire for you to begin to understand your evolutionary journey. And this strong desire will grow, enlarge, and multiply to the point you will desire to reconnect to that universe intelligent divine life force. And we have a structure that we have established, where brothers of like minds and sisters of like mind, not race, creed, or color, that will come together and discuss the power of self-evolution, and how do we move from one state of consciousness to another at will, and above all, how do we free ourselves, and how do we free our soul from this animal body, and begin to realize, like Paul, that this body is attached to the soul, and the soul is attached to the body, and is creating abundance of despair and frustration within humanity, because humanity has not been taught and given the right sense of direction. So right now we are just establishing and allowing you to get an understanding of the power and authority of the nature of real truth. Because real truth doesn't deal with how many dollars you have. It doesn't deal with what the stock market is producing. It basically deals with the evolution of your soul. It deals with your liberation. And once you can understand your liberation and how that is possible in this new energy, I must tell you, my brothers and sisters, my friends and enemies, that you will experience a freedom of beingness. You will begin to connect to your light body, and you will begin to grow in an understanding of the higher frequencies of life. And I must tell you that once you begin to understand and connect to that higher frequency of life, you begin to feel a certain calmness, a certain at easiness, You will begin to feel a certain essence of confidence in yourself. Why? Because automatically you will liberate your self-wisdom from within and bring about a transmutation in your pure consciousness with the ability to consciously transform your experiential experiences into wisdom consciousness. Now that is powerful. And I must tell you, and I must get you to realize that once you can understand how to transform your experiential wisdom into self-wisdom, this qualifies you to receive the divine gift of transforming your self-wisdom into wisdom consciousness, creating change in your essence of being. And that is what life is about. When you can learn how to focus your awareness, and as you focus your awareness, you will begin to awaken an understanding of how you can transform that thought into a seed idea. And as you transform that thought into a seed idea, truth is dynamic. It will awaken your consciousness and your desire to continue to apply focus awareness in order to bring that seed idea into manifestation. And now you can see, my brothers and sisters, how you can begin to practice your true birthright, and that is of being a creator. Because God outdates and man creates. So now you will be able to understand how to bring your inner creativity into manifest reality. Now you know that's powerful. And you will be free from the grid. You will no longer have to be dependent on the grid, because now you got that grid that's been in existence for millions of years. And if you look around you, you begin to study nature's law. And you can understand the power of that great creative life force. And as you understand the nature of that great creative life force, you will develop a great respect for nature's law. And you will automatically grow and evolve and expand your mind to the point where you will learn how to observe nature and how to see the attributes and characteristics encoded in a range of vibratory frequencies in nature that produces an ideal in manifestations such as a flower or a tree or a body. All of those are created by the divine intelligent life force. And now you have the power to be a co-creator and understand how to apply and how to be able to drain out of Mother Matter the attributes and characteristics necessary to bring a seed idea into manifestation. Now, if you are not awakening to that beautiful knowledge to say yes to it, then you must be crystallized in consciousness. And the only thing that can awaken your crystallization in consciousness is universal principles of divine order. And this is what we are teaching now, how to understand the universal principles, because in order to understand universal principles, there must be a shift in your consciousness. It is virtually impossible to apply universal principles without there being a transmutation in your consciousness. But the universal principles is encoded with the ideal frequency necessary to bring forth that ideal creativity from you. Because you must understand that you are the ideal creation of the universal creative divine life force. And that ideal creative life force is constantly evolving you, which you are its creator. So it's constantly evolving you moment by moment by moment. And that is why that is important for you to reconnect to your Father. Jesus called that universal creative intelligent life force, he says, the Father that dwells within me. He was aware that he was connected to that universal divine intelligent life force, or that universal divine intelligent life Father. And you have been separated from the source of your beingness for the last 6,000 years, because you fell in the state of darkness 6,000 years ago. But now it's the day of awakening for man, where now whatever tree you bear, fruit you bear from your inner tree, can become manifested, so you can begin to understand your true nature. And as you grow in understanding your true nature, which is understanding your purpose for beingness, and your purpose for beingness allows you to become aware of your true mission in life. And my goodness, life, I want to let you know, and I want to tell you, that as you become conscious of your true mission in life, instantaneously, simultaneously, it awakens you into a new state of consciousness, where you become the seer consciousness. You become the seer soul, where you can begin to see the attributes and characteristics encoded in matter. And now, I would like you to get the experience. If you do not understand what we are saying, you must get the experience that as you begin to understand how to see the attributes and characteristics in matter, my goodness, you will evolve into the kingdom of intelligence, where now you will become aware that nothing exists out here. All you see out here is nothing but condensed matter with certain attributes and characteristics of that ideal to be. And since you are a co-creator, now you have the ability and you have the potentials that's waiting to implode from within you, the power now to bring forth that new dimension of consciousness for humanity. And I'm speaking only to those who understand and can feel what we're saying. Because if you are not crystallized with crystallized concepts, you can feel this energy, because you can feel energy. And I want to tell you and let you know that once you begin to feel energy, then you are now connecting to that divine intelligent life force. Because that intelligent life force is two things. It's consciousness and it's energy. And that is your true birthright. You have inherited two things, consciousness and energy. And now you're able to use your energy. Once you activate your inner energy, then you're able to reshape matter into the ideal creation of your desire. Now that's powerful. Because as you reshape matter, you also reshaping energy, manipulating energy. So it works dynamically, but it's something and it's a process that you must learn. And I love this truth that we are discussing with you because one thing we have learned in our journey that you can't fake this truth. You can't be this truth if you don't have a desire. You can't fake your way into this kingdom. But in that old world, you could fake your way into the kingdom of the old world. You could go to school and get a degree. You can come out here and learn how to read, learn how to write, and people call you intelligent when you're nothing but a discombobulated fool that is using the creativity of divine essence pervertedly. Okay, my friends, we hope that I'm not going to say enjoy this because there's nothing to enjoy. It's a process to experience. It's a process to inhibit your consciousness to the point where it implodes into a new dimension. So we want to thank you for listening. And if this resonates with you, keep seeking and become a seeker of truth. And I must tell you, and I must let you know that you must realize the power that you have and stop living beneath your privilege. Stop giving away your beautiful energy. Stop prostituting your soul for Caesar's treasures. Stop being foolish and learn now how to manifest intelligence because intelligence is going to rule the world. And I must tell you, ignorance is going to bear the burden. Thank you, my friend. And we will be presenting more of this dynamic truth. And as we continue into the future, we'll give you other information on how we can get together, if you so desire, and share our experiences of the soul, to share the experiences of your enlightenment, to share the experiences of your evolution, to share the experiences of your own self-wisdom and your inner wisdom, and to share your knowledge with the world. Thank you, my friend.